This is the Binti Love Podcast. 5 points, 5-star review. And I am your host, Binti Love. Yes. Okay, guys, so what I'm reviewing now is the White House Correspondents' Dinner of 2023. Yes, and so, did I think this deserved 5 stars? Not really. So I gave them 3 out of 5 stars. And these are some of the reasons why. Okay, let's get into it, guys. Okay. Now, these were all the attendants there. Very, very reporter looking. Yeah, so these are a lot of reporters there. Just a lot of people there, White House correspondents. And so they're there, so it's kind of like a roast of the president. Meaning like, to make fun of the president, and just joke at him and things of that sort. Okay. So now, point number 1, let me just say that President Joe Biden could not stop laughing at jokes made of himself. Yeah. Made about him. So, that was one of the things I noticed, that, like, Joe Biden was like, he was hilarious. Because no one really jokes about the president unless it's in one of these, like, White House correspondent dinners. No one really jokes about the president. Not to his face. Just kidding, guys. All right, now, point number 2. Let me just report news that Pamela Harris might have never been seen in a dress. Now, Pamela Harris was there also with the president, Joe Biden. But have you ever seen Pamela Harris in a dress? I haven't. I just wanted to report that. I don't think she's ever been seen in a dress. Yeah. Okay, now, moving on to point number 3. The host, Roy Wood Jr. Apparently, he's a comedian here. And he was pretty funny. But this is my criticism, which is point number 3, which is he needs to speak more into the microphone. As you can see, the microphone is right there. He has a nice white shirt. Nice jacket. Is that satin? I don't know. It looks velvet and things of that sort. Nice bow tie. Nice fade of the hair. A nice trim of the beard. And the mustache there. Yes. Okay. But point number 3, my criticism is that he needs to speak more into the microphone. And so I think that was an issue. Oh, okay. So you see how the microphone is there, but he's trying to do connect with his audience. However, where's his mouth at? He needs to get that diagonal. So his mouth is here, but this is here. So he should have been, I don't know. I think he should turn more to the microphone, there. And that's what he was missing at times. We all do it. But that is the criticism. Okay, now moving on to point number 4. The MVP moment goes to how many times Pamela Harris, the MVP moment goes to Pamela Harris, and how many times she got up to shake hands and sit back down with Grace. So when people are going up there to shake Joe Biden's hand and other people's hands. There's like tables there, and he looks great too. With his nice little hair, with a little wing in the back there, little wing, and of the ego of his hair. You can see the side profile if you watch the whole video. He has his hair combed to the back like a wing, like the eagle, a wing of an eagle. Yeah, but so after people came to the podium and spoke, they would go to the left and shake Joe Biden's hand. He was seated at the left, and they'd go past the podium, or if they came up there just to get, some type of respect or honor, then they will go and shake Pamela Harris' hand that was on the right side, and so on. But for her to be able to get up all those times, sitting there and shake all these men's hand, or women, I thought, the MVP moment really goes to her, because I'm just like, wow. And I guess this is why she cannot wear a dress. Because, she has to get up and down and up and down and up and down. And a dress, I don't think so. But she did well on getting up that many times. I'm just thinking, I would be like, I'm not getting up that many times. But she is the vice president, so she's doing that in line with the president. I think for a woman, she needs to stay seated sometimes. I'm just saying, I'm not going to get up that many times and shake someone's hand. We'll all gather at the end and have a chat. But not through the whole hour and a half of the ceremony. No, thank you. Okay, so, yeah, the MVP moment goes to Pamela Harris. She really did good with that. Okay, now, is this a research moment or a teachable moment, guys? Okay, let's look at that. Hi, guys. This is the Binti Podcast. I missed that cue. Okay. Well, it's a teachable moment, guys. Normally, I have my little video of me asking you guys that. Yeah, technical difficulties, guys. Yes. Okay. So, it's a teachable moment, guys. And the teachable moment is this. Now, these are a bunch of some of these old dudes here in the audience. And although a lot of the old men have big ears, not saying anyone in particular, and sometimes some of them have hair growing out of their ears, does not mean that they can hear any more than a young dude. Yeah, so some of the young dudes are there too. Some of the old dudes in the audience, just because they have big ears and there's hair growing out their ears, it doesn't mean that they can hear. And so it goes back to what I was saying about the host. The teachable moment goes back to what I was saying about the host, is that it's still important to speak into the microphone, because some of it you couldn't hear him completely, hearing to gather and understand. And you're like, that went right over my head. And it happens. So yeah, so the teachable moment here, guys, today, is these are a bunch of old dudes, and although a lot of old men have big ears and with hair growing out of them, does not mean that they can't hear any more than a young dude. Okay. Now, point number 5, the most loving moment was when host Roy Wood Jr., the comedian right here, he really did a good job and the loving moment for that was when he thanked his mother He spoke about his mother and the things that she went through, her accomplishments and the things she, and whatever obstacles and things of that nature. And he thanked her. And that's a great honor to see your son up there thanking you and sitting in the audience. So I felt the love there, and I thought that was a beautiful moment. And so, absolutely, that's point number 5. Yes. And guys, just make sure that bygones are bygones, and let love be your guiding force. You're watching the Binti Love Podcast. Bye, guys.